Well, it is a new year, which means a collection of new books, perfect for anyone who made a resolution to read more. Here to share his picks for what to read is best-selling author John Searles, known for his suspenseful novels like Strange But True and Her Last Affair. John, good morning.
Hey, John. Good morning. It's always great to be here and see you all.
So great to see you. We're so excited about your picks. You're going to start us out with a thriller.
Yes, I wanted to kick off the list with this juicy thriller, The Note by Alifair Burke. Have you ever been waiting for a parking space and at the last, as soon as it opens up, someone swoops in and steals it?
Okay.
It's not road rage, it's like parking lot rage. Well, that's what happens to these three friends who are away on a girls' weekend in the Hamptons. This Barbie and Ken couple steals their spot, gets out of the car looking very smug, and then walks off down the street smirking. And so to get revenge, they leave a note on their windshield that says, "He's cheating. He always does." I know. A harmless prank, but it puts them on a path of murder and revenge. It turns their lives upside down. It's fantastic. It's a great read.
We always love a good book adaptation. So
yes.
What do you have?
The film is called The Room Next Door, starring Julianne Moore and Tilda Swinton, directed by Pedro Almodovar, all famous people. But the name I want to bring people's attention to is Sigrid Nunez, the author. I'm a huge fan of her work, and the book that the film is based on is actually called What Are You Going Through? And the story is about two friends, two women, and what happens when one of them finds out she's dying, and she makes what seems like an unthinkable request of her friend. And so it really examines how far you would go for a friend you care about. Wow. It's a wonderful moving book.
Yeah. All right, John, so many of us are making resolutions in the new year.
Yes.
For those who are looking to be calm.
Yes.
And soothing.
I love a good self-help book, but I don't know about you. Sometimes they stress me out and overwhelm me with like all the things I'm supposed to do. Yes, to become a new me. Yes.
For every hour.
Well, what sets this book apart, it's called The Flame, Learning from Silence by Pico Iyer. It's really about silence in the world and self-care, self-compassion, and quieting the noise out there, this crazy world we live in. It's a terrific read and different than the usual self-help book.
Okay, good to hear. Okay, this is kind of a new genre.
You're excited for this
I'm on this train, I'm not going to lie. Romantasy. I haven't read this, but, you know, ACOTAR is a big thing online, according to
It's actually my first romantasy book I've ever read. So those of you watching who don't know, it's this genre that's blowing up in publishing. It combines romance and fantasy, romantasy. In this book, a young woman inherits a pawn shop where people come not to sell like watches and jewelry, but their regrets. I have a few I'd like to sell. I don't know about you, but that's the fantasy part. And the romance comes in when a charming physicist comes into the shop, and there's clearly a connection between the two. It's wonderful.
This last book, I think, is something we can all relate to. I think I want to pick this up. Disagreeing with your partners.
Yes, How to Sleep at Night, a debut novel by Elizabeth Harris. It's so funny, whip smart, and it deals with the issue of when your partner has completely different political ideals than you. And in this book, one of the couple says he wants to run for Congress on the Republican ticket only if his husband, who's very, very liberal, will give his blessing. So there's a lot of sleepless nights in that house, hence the title.
Before we let you go, you've made something of a genre switch.
Yes.
Something you say you always wanted to do.
I always wanted, you know, for years I was a women's magazine editor, and I always wanted to write a book set in that world. And so I just finished a book called Single Girls. I've been telling people it's kind of Mad Men meets The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it's fun, and I hope people will find it really touching, and it's very book clubby. Paging Jenna Bush, are you listening? Hey, where are you, Jenna? Hint, hint. But I'm really excited for it, so thank you.
Congratulations.
That is so awesome. We're excited for you. John, thank you so much for your picks, and to see them all, head to today.com/books.
Always great to see you, John.